Hello, it's Sadie. I wanted to come on and do this full moon Pisces and Pisces season energy reading. We've been in Pisces season for about a week now, and I've just been getting a ton of downloads, so I know I need to do this reading. Hope everyone is doing well with the energies and the intensity that is kind of going on right now. So when I was getting channeled messages for the time that we were in right now, with the full moon in Pisces, with all the astrology, with the shifting timelines and all the changes that are happening on this earth plane for humanity to move us into our highest selves, our highest evolution of the spiritual human being, ushering in the age of Aquarius. I was getting that this time is pushing us all into the depths. DEPTHS, okay? And Pisces is water energy. So the image that my guides were showing me is being plunged into the ocean and kind of not being able to see, there's no light. When you get to a certain point, when you're deep underwater, there's no light. And so it's navigating this time through the light that's within. And it's going to be very, very important to do that as we are moving forward. And so a very important event happened. And again, I've been so busy, I haven't been able to give the time and attention that I've been wanting to the channel. But on 2/19, so on Monday, when we entered Pisces season, we had Chiron conjunct the North Node. Chiron is the wounded healer. It is an asteroid in astrology. And this aspect, conjuncting the North Node, which is in Aries, which has never happened in our lifetime before, and it's probably never going to happen again. But this aspect was important because this is ushering a time for healing thyself to enter into self-mastery. So Pisces season itself is the last sign of the zodiac. So it's the last kind of month or so of the astrological year before we enter into the astrological new year, which is the equinox. If you are in the northern hemisphere, it'll be the spring equinox. If you're in the southern hemisphere, it'll be the autumn equinox. But that is, the beginning of Aries season and the beginning of the astrological new year. Right now, we are closing up this astrological year in this Pisces season. So Pisces is 12th house. It brings up a lot of 12th house themes, things that are hidden enemies, ways in which we self-sabotage ourselves. And so part of that spiritually very, very activating Chiron conjunct North Node in Aries on the 19th, again, was for all of us to kind of go within, to look at our stuff, to look at our stuff. So this is a very important time for shadow work. And one of the things that Spirit was saying about shadow work is it's not just looking at your wounds and your triggers. It's also sometimes shadow work is you holding space for the unhealed aspects and shadows of others. And for those who are empaths, for those who are light workers, for those who consider themselves on their spiritual journey, a lot of times you will be viewed as the black sheep. People will hate you. People will project their stuff at you. And in this process, it has really nothing to do with you, but it's more about them reflecting things that they don't like about themselves back to themselves. And you're meant to kind of hold that space. And so sometimes the most difficult shadow work is not just going into the depths of yourself, but also peering into the depths of other people and seeing their wounds because they're projecting them at you. Okay, so that was a really important download. So if you're going through any situations where people are gossiping about you, people are slandering you, people are hating you, people are ganging up on you, dealing with a lot of negativity, understand that it may be because you're meant to be the shadow worker for that person or for that group or for that job or for that situation. And if you can understand and depersonalize and detach from what they're doing or what they're saying, and know that you are exactly where you need to be to usher in the deepest level of compassion for someone else's journey, that's what brings in the healing. When they can't get a response from you, when they can't get a trigger out of you, that's when you know you have healed. And so this is a very important time of transmutation. With temperance represents healing, it represents balance, but it's also an energy of transmutation, taking pain and transmuting it to the highest form that it can be. Sometimes the highest form is deeper wisdom, deeper knowing. Other times it's just about you as a light worker doing energy work just by being who you are, transmuting the energy and the environments around you. Because of the light that you hold, it will naturally transmute the darker and heavier, denser energies around you, okay? But one thing I was guided to share is that if you consider yourself an empath, highly sensitive, highly clairsentient, this time too is kind of making you see and identify what is actually yours versus what's not. Because part of healing thyself is taking ownership of your own stuff, but dropping the baggage of others, okay? And a lot of times we, as light workers, empaths, however you see yourself, as a healer, as a shaman, as someone who is more spiritually awake, spiritually attuned, we'll take on things that are not our own. We'll take on other people's stuff. We'll take on other people's baggage, and then we identify with it. So we personalize it, but it's actually not ours. And so part of this Pisces season, part of this full moon energy right now is kind of like going into the depths and understanding what's yours versus what's not yours. And you can do that through hermit energy, through reflecting, through going within, through looking at your own inner voice. Here's a good example of that. Say you're in a work environment that's incredibly challenging, stressful. People bully you, people lie about you. And in that environment, you feel very enclosed, you feel very heavy, you feel very dark. But then as soon as you leave, you feel your own sort of energy come back and you feel lighter and you feel happier. That's a great example of seeing that when you're in that environment, your energy is different because you're absorbing energies that are not yours. Versus when you're not in that environment, your energy is different. So this is an important time for that self-reflection, really going within, navigating this time through your inner inner light is very, very important because it's what's going to help you to move forward. Okay. The other thing with this energy that's really, really important is when you can know who you are, really just reflecting on who you are, all your experiences, all the pain, and accept yourself regardless of how other people perceive you or how society may perceive you, and just love yourself. That's going to bring you into this higher space of self-mastery. That's going to bring you into that Pisces energy of the high priestess, the all-knowing, the all-seeing, entering into aspects of your higher self. Sometimes though, to get to our highest self, we have to come face to face with our lowest self, which are our fears, our triggers, and the things that are hidden in our subconscious, the things that are hidden in our psyche that come to the surface during times like this, especially with the full moon in Virgo, that help us to come into the awareness and the truth of who we truly are. You know who you truly are, regardless of anybody's label, of what your family thinks, of what other people think. You know the truth of who you are. And part of self-mastery and part of coming into your highest self is knowing that truth and living authentically from that place. And this Pisces season is kind of helping us all do it, okay? The other thing with this Pisces season is emotional currents. So Pisces is water energy. Water represents our emotions. There could be some darker, heavier emotions that you are clearing out, transmuting at this time. But equally, there could be some overwhelming feelings of love and attraction and happiness and joy and bliss as well. As above, so below. So this Pisces season, going into the depths, is not all bad, okay? It's just important when you know, whatever you're feeling, whatever you're experiencing, that you don't lose yourself in it, that you don't lose yourself in your emotions. You have to remember that you have emotions, but you are not your emotions. Okay? And so you can control and find emotional equilibrium regardless of where you are at and what you are currently experiencing. But there is this energy during this time as well for love, for romance, for passion, for pleasure, for bliss, especially because Venus and Mars have been conjunct this week. The conjunction's starting to end now. They're moving away from each other, but they've been conjunct in the sign of Aquarius this week. And so there's been this uptick of love and pleasure and passion and wanting to connect with another. The heart energy is very, very, very strong right now. And so it's just about balancing and navigating and transmuting the emotional currents that are coming through. I got so many downloads, so I'm just kind of going back so I don't forget anything. The other really beautiful energy right now too, I did a tarot card reading for the day for the full moon, is that there's this new energy coming in, like a new pathway, opening up new territory, opening into the field of innocence, confirmation with the bird. But part of this healing process, this going into the depths during this Pisces season, is so that you can go from, it's like instead of a crossroads, it's a crossover. You're crossing over into the light. You're crossing over into the other side of everything that you want, everything that you desire. New beginnings, new possibilities, new timelines with the Wheel of Fortune and the world. This is definitely an energy of leveling up. But part of leveling up means really letting go of the emotional baggage that's holding you down and keeping you in past circumstances and situations, so that you can be free, so that you can be in this full energy of the new. Okay, so we're kind of in this really beautiful space right now. Even if it's heavy, even if it's hard, it's a beautiful opportunity to transmute, to heal thyself, to move into self-mastery, so that when we do start the astrological new year in Aries season, you're hitting the ground running. You're full speed ahead. With the full moon in Pisces specifically, one of the things Spirit was saying was this is a really great time where you're going to have a deeper understanding of your desires, of your true heart's desires, okay? It's going to be illuminated why you want certain things. So it's a time that's going to clarify your intentions and your motivations, which is going to help you to manifest what you desire as well. Sometimes we want things for the wrong reasons. I'll give you an example, and I'm just going to get the card that dropped and I'll be right back. So I was with this person for a long time, in a relationship for a long time with this guy, and I really wanted to get married. And he didn't want to get married. And then we ended up splitting up. And when we split, I had a lot of hard feelings, and I was going through the grieving process. But when I was alone and I had that time to heal and grieve, what I actually realized was that I didn't really want to marry him. It was more of just a desire to kind of be chosen by someone, or, kind of like that society, conditioning of if you're with someone for a long time, the next step is to get married. And so, not getting married to that person was I dodged a huge bullet. But, during the relationship and at the time, I felt really bad about it. And so I'm giving that example because sometimes we'll want something or someone that's actually not good for us, but we want it not for the reasons that we think we do. So this time is kind of going to really help you to kind of really understand your desires and get into the depths and the root of why you're wanting what you're wanting, and if it's actually beneficial for you. If it's beneficial for you, you're going to be shown the way of how to manifest it into form, how to bring it into the physical world. If it's not beneficial for you, and it's not in alignment with your highest path, your truth, your purpose, it's something that's going to clear out and end and shift. So that's the really important aspect of this full moon in Pisces. Full moon in Virgo. We're in Pisces season, but it's the full moon in Virgo, which is the opposite sign. Virgo is very earth energy. It's very practical. It's very grounded. And so if what you're wanting cannot be grounded into the physical, if what you're wanting or what you desire is not something that's actually practical for you, for your life path, you're going to see that things are going to shift for you. But again, vice versa. If what you're truly wanting is in alignment with your soul, with your goals, with your highest truth, everything is going to push you and pull you towards that. And you're going to have the knowing, you're going to have the insight, you're going to have the enlightenment about that. So this is an important time to really look at your desires, your goals, your dreams, and ask yourself, why do you want them? Do you want to be successful, to kind of show up your family who always said that you wouldn't amount to anything? Because if that's why you're wanting it, you're actually blocking it. You're not in alignment with your truth. Do you want that specific person because you want them to choose you, because you don't feel like you deserve better, or you don't feel like anybody else can give you what you've invested in that situation? These are things that are going to be seen during this time. And so Into the Depths is going to make you have to force yourself to see the truth about what you are wanting and what you are trying to manifest in your life, and if it is for your highest good or not. Because again, we're shifting, we're moving forward, we're healing, we're growing, we're expanding. And so if what you desire is not for your highest expansion, it's not going to come through. So that's kind of what's completing right now, is false dreams, false hopes, things that actually won't be good for you in the long term. And so you could see some shifts and changes in areas of your life, like relationships, career, etc. If you're currently in a situation or trying to force a situation that's not meant for you, Spirit's just gonna do what Spirit does and shift it out. Equally though, if something is meant for you, the path is gonna be cleared, and you're gonna have the inner knowing and inner guidance of what to do and how to move forward towards it. What's meant for you cannot pass you by, but equally at this time, if it's not meant for you, it's going to come to an end. The full is the 0 point. It is the ending and the beginning. And so if what you are wanting and desiring for yourself is not aligned to your highest truth, something else is going to come in its place that's going to be for your highest alignment, is the messages that I've been getting. Sometimes too, with this energy, is when you have that understanding of your desires and your motivation, it's going to ask you to kind of see things from a different perspective and do things a little differently. So it's like adjustments may be required during this time, where it's like what you want actually is in alignment with you, but the way you've been going about it, or the way you've been seeing a situation, is not for your highest good. And so you're going to be guided to make certain adjustments, shifts, and changes too. But if you don't resist it, it will flow with ease and grace. Because again, Virgo energy is very practical. It's a practical application of something. It's very grounded, and it'll help you integrate in a way where it's realistic and you can get it done. So for some of you, this Virgo full moon is going to bring in like major epiphanies, really important dreams, or really important guidance and downloads that are going to help you get to where you need to go. So I know I did a lot of talking there, but there's so much energy coming through. Let's get into the cards. Higher self, Holy Spirit, guides, guardians, and angels of unconditional love. What do you want everyone to know about this Pisces season and full moon in Virgo energy? Anything else? Okay. So the first card that flew out was the Seven of Swords. I'm actually getting, though, for this Seven of Swords, because it's right next to the Ace of Pentacles, that this is a good time to be stealthy, to move in silence, to not let people know your plans, your goals, your dreams. You know, keep a journal and keep your dreams to yourself. If you do, You're gonna get the higher guidance. You're gonna get everything that you need, the enlightenment, to reach the manifestation and fruition of your desires, because there is this new energy coming through. There's also going to be downloads, clarity, insight, and the right communication at the right time. Trust that everything is in divine timing. With the Hanged Man, see from a different perspective. Adjustments are required, okay? Your perception is your reality. So when you change your perception, you will change your reality. Which is gonna help you to move forward. It's gonna help you to triumph over obstacles, over heartbreak, over disappointment. For some of you, you're being guided to leave a situation behind that no longer serves you, that's only caused pain and heartache. For others of you, you're moving beyond the pain and heartache that you've been experiencing, because this time that we're currently in is going to help you see things from a different perspective and truly understand why you had to go through, or why things didn't work out the way you had hoped. And it brings in a higher spiritual activation, which is going to lead you to your highest timeline. Again, whatever your goal and dream is at this time, move in silence. Be stealthy. Be strategic. But you have the power, and it's in your hands, is what I'm being told to tell you. If this is love, the seed of new love, of commitment, it's in your hands. If this is new jobs, new opportunity, money opportunities, it's actually in your hands. But how you go about it at this time is very important, because there are energies around you that may not want you to move forward. With the Queen of Swords next to the Three of Swords, again, it's learning the lessons of pain and taking those lessons and having the wisdom that helps you to open your heart. Because, again, for some of you, there is love. There is a connection coming in with the Page of Cups. I'm getting the communication will come at the right time, in the right way. Don't force anything right now. If something's not going the way that you want it to go, if something's not working out, if you feel disappointed in any circumstance or situation, give it to God. Surrender completely. Surrender completely, and when you've let it go, that's when the guidance is going to come in. That's when the communication is going to come in. That's when the information is going to come in. That's when the inspiration is going to come in. That's when the download is going to come in. But you are being guided to let go. But if you let go, we have another Page of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Again, it's in your hands, and you will receive everything that you want with the Lovers underneath. You'll receive that love. You'll receive that commitment. You'll receive the abundance. You'll receive everything that you want and need to bring your life into balance. You're meant for that. That is your divine birthright. Trust and believe in that. Trust and believe that love always prevails. Always. And when I'm talking about love, I'm not just talking about romance. The two hearts that are meant to be together will always find each other, yes. But I'm talking about the universal love, agape. That love always prevails. It'll always support you. It'll always bring you what you need when you need it most. You just have to believe in it. And so open your heart right now. Go into the depths. Do the healing work. Look at your stuff, but also be aware of the stuff that's not yours by seeing the shadows of others at this time and holding space for compassion. Really look at your desires. Why do you want what you want? And why hasn't it manifested for you yet? When you ask yourself those questions, the truth will come to you. Is it in alignment with your heart and soul and your highest path? Or are you wanting it for the wrong reasons? Are you wanting it for your wounding, for your shadow? Are you wanting it based upon something that you fear instead of something that you love? These are very, very important questions during this time because they're going to help you to move forward. I love that the Lovers is on the bottom, and then we got the Nine of Pentacles under that. Self-sufficiency, happiness, freedom, abundance in love, abundance in money. It's all possible now. That's what this time is about. All right. Final messages. We're going to use the Energy and Spirit Oracle cards. Just an important time for cost-benefit analysis in every area and aspect of your life. Okay. As I'm cutting the deck, I'm seeing Archangel Raziel with wisdom, inspiration, and Akashic records. So again, important time for spiritual growth, spiritual activations, for the wisdom of the experiences that you have been through. It's coming. And that wisdom is going to give you inspiration to move forward. Higher self, Holy Spirit, guides, guardians, and angels. Final messages. Soulful appreciation, heartfelt gratitude. When you are in the energy of gratitude, you are in the energy of wealth and abundance, and more will come to you. You will naturally attract and receive more than what you are grateful for. So this is a time, no matter where you're at, just say thank you. Thank you, God. Thank you for me being who I am. Thank you for this life. Thank you for this opportunity for healing. Thank you for all the good and all the blessings that you have always given me, and all the good and all the blessings that are here to come. Journey guide, travel, change in location for some of you. This full energy is a big change, a big move. Could be change of job, could be travel, could be a change in your entire lifestyle. So again, pay attention to the signs and synchronicities. What's meant for you cannot pass you by, and you're going to be led to it. I'm being guided to tell you the numbers. So this is a number 10. This is a number 30. This is a number 22. Those numbers could be significant to one of you or some of you. Relaxation. It says peaceful pursuits and happy times. You are meant for peace, okay? And peace is protection. And so if you're feeling stressed out in any way, shape, or form about anything in your life, this is a time to step back and relax. Allow yourself relaxation, because when you are relaxed, you are receptive to the information, the inspiration, the wisdom, the downloads, your Akashic records, everything that you need to know. Okay. That's a number 39. Two more cards. Wisdom of the Magi. Wisdom is coming up very, very strongly. And it says mental clarity. This time is going to help to give you a lot of mental clarity of what's working, what's not working, and how to move forward. Okay. That's a number 5. And last but not least, prosperity. I love it. 42, abundance and success. You are meant for abundance and you are meant for success. Believe it. Believe it. Let go of fears, let go of limiting beliefs about yourself. And sometimes too, with the desires, understanding your desires, is that maybe you've been aiming too low. You've been setting the bar too low, and you haven't manifested that great success, that great prosperity, that great abundance, because you're not thinking big enough. Just trust and believe that whatever you need at this time is going to come to you, because it is your divine birthright. Sending you love. Take care.